What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to your favorite pond, the Coy Pond, episode 117. As always, I'm joined by my co-host K-Dog in studio for what is the last football game of the season.
Boo, boo.
Quite frankly, the best and worst part of the NFL season, the ending, if you will.
It's terrible.
Quite sad, but nevertheless, you can find us here on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music. Don't forget to leave a question on SpeakPipe. We didn't get any going into this game, so none shall be answered this week, but you never know for the upcoming weeks as we figure out what the off-season entails. Leave a suggestion in SpeakPipe.com. And don't forget to check out the merch store link in the description. There's plenty of everything to get. Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and Lord knows that your sweet other half wants something from that store oh so dearly.
Yes.
It doesn't get much sweeter than that.
You know it's on her mind.
Yes. Shout out to Miami of Ohio now, 23-0.
Wow.
Hey, you know, some of those games have been ugly, but that's pretty exciting. They just had their largest Millett Hall attendance ever. They broke that record.
Yep.
And they're 23-0 and barely beat Buffalo, I think.
Yep.
2 nights ago when you guys are seeing this, but it was Tuesday.
That's right. Yeah, I think they won by 2, didn't they?
Yeah.
And it came right down.
They were only winning by 5 or 6, and then it got closer and closer.
I think 3 of the last 4 have come down to like the last shot in the game.
It's not very
convincing. Yeah.
But you know what? They're 23.
And that's the thing. I mean, when you win 19, 20, I mean, your opponent starts to become yourself, right?
Yes.
How many of these can we win in a row? And I think that really weighs heavily. And so they are 23-0, and they are ranked 23 right now.
Yes, they are. And you know what? We won't be the guys to put up a fight for men's basketball before March Madness, really. But it is awesome to see Miami doing that. I would cheer for any MAC team in that spot. I think Toledo, Akron, Kent have been in there a few times. But it is very exciting to see Miami getting a little recognition. And I know it's getting, I think, joked around about on social media now how much Miami fans are, like, cheering this on.
Yeah.
But there hasn't been anything to cheer for Miami since, honestly, when they were good at hockey.
Oh, my gosh.
In my freshman year, they had the worst season and fired the coach.
Yeah, and before that, you probably go back to Ben Roethlisberger in football, really.
Yeah, I mean, their women's field hockey, their women's softball team has been very good. Yeah. Shout-outs to them. But, like, on a national sports network, you don't get shout-outs like this too often.
So is it correct that they are ranked both in basketball and hockey right now?
I believe they are in hockey.
Think that's
They've
true.
had a couple good wins.
Yeah.
So I'd say probably.
So, I mean, again, we're not we're not unrealistic. We understand that this is
this could be short-lived.
Yeah, but it's still very 23-0 is 23-0.
Amen.
I don't care what level you're playing at. Mm-hmm. That doesn't happen very often.
I think shout out Coach Steele, I think is Miami's head coach from Xavier when he came over a couple years ago.
Yep.
He's done a hell of a job, and those boys are playing hard.
Here's the steal.
And on that note, while you all are really here, Patriots, Seahawks, Super Bowl rematch of 49, I believe, if I can read Roman numerals half correctly. And we've got quite the matchup that I don't think anybody really predicted before the season started.
The bright lights are about to come on. The commercials are about to run.
Yep.
And incredible, right?
I'm excited. I love parties, but there's something about an actual Super Bowl party that I hate. To each their own on this opinion. I hate it because I don't care what you're up to this week. I'm trying to watch the damn game.
Yeah.
And I do want to watch commercials, but honestly, and I will, I'm really there for the game.
Yeah. You're the second person I've heard say that in 2 days.
Oh, God.
That, Super Bowl parties are great and all that stuff, but I really just kind of want to watch the game.
And you know what? I think we should normalize Super Bowl pre-parties. Saturday night, you have a party, and then Sunday night, fuck off.
Focus. Right. Yep.
I need to recover all Sunday afternoon to get ready for the big game Sunday night.
That's right.
That way, even though I took Monday off, as per the, Super Bowl fan I am, I need to be able to watch the game in peace.
Yeah. No, that's right.
Might be a hot take. I understand if it is, but that's just my opinion on it.
Yeah. I mean, you want to focus on the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to anybody else, you just say focus. Fuck off because you're stupid.
Yes. Amen. I don't care. Leave me alone.
And by the way, I mean, this is the last football.
This is the last football we have until
it's sad.
End of August, beginning of September. I can't remember when week 0 of college starts when they go across the pond now, but it's not until August at least.
So we're hanging our hat on this, and outside of that, we got to just, March Madness and fill in the blanks.
Yep, March Madness, some NBA chatter and whatnot. But
Yep.
Good Lord. Okay.
What do you think?
Out of the gate, I love Seahawks minus 4.5. I took it early and altered it to 2.5 right when the lines came out. I look at this game, and it's just hard to get behind the Patriots' offense.
Yeah.
That's the part of this that I'm a little bit hesitant on. They've done amazing defensively. They've made it to the Super Bowl. I'm not discrediting that, but they haven't put up a stellar offensive matchup or offensive performance just yet in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Given, 2 of these games were at home. One was in Denver. One was in the snow.
Yeah.
Fair, obviously. But you're going up against the Seahawks defense. And they've done it against the Chargers and Texans defense and the Broncos defense at home for that matter. But there's something about the Seahawks offensively that I think they'll let a touchdown slip through or 2 because of how well that Seahawks offense has been doing.
Yeah.
Their offensive coordinator is basically already hired as the Raiders offensive head coach once the season's over. But the Patriots have not been impressive. Drake May's thrown 2 picks in the last 3 games in the playoffs. He didn't throw one against the Broncos. I would argue they stopped throwing the ball quite as much in that game because of the snow.
Right.
A little teaser to what I might also like later in this game, but it's just the Patriots offense. They're going to have to get Ramondre Stevenson going hard and quick. They're going to need to get Diggs involved. I mean, he could throw to any of those wide receivers because Diggs helps, but you still have Booty, Douglas back there, but if Ramondre Stevenson doesn't go for 3 touchdowns and 200 yards, I see it being a little harder for them to win this game.
Yeah, I agree with you. I just think, Patriots have just overachieved all year long.
They have.
The Seahawks are constructed of, a bunch of people that this is their last shot, maybe.
Potentially.
Or they're really hungry. They've been close, haven't gotten there, haven't even been close.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think of the roster of people on that team, it just is a bunch of it just is a cohesive team that puts all the crap aside and is focused on one thing: winning.
I mean, not to mention special teams, defense, offense. It is a complete team.
So complete.
Not that the Patriots aren't.
No.
But you look at the Seahawks and what they're doing offensively, what they're doing defensively. Special teams, they've had a kick return in the playoffs already. It's so well-rounded as a team that if they don't beat you on one, they can beat you on 2 of the 3 if they can't beat you on one of them.
That's right. So I just think that again, you got some seasoned people there, that you got some young people there, you got the right combination of just people that want to win.
And when you think about who's hungry like that, the Patriots' offensive line has not looked stellar either. And while I don't think Drake May will get sacked 8 times,
right,
you do have DeMarcus Lawrence back there to worry about, that whole Seahawks defensive line to worry about. Will Campbell's been great. He's been hurt a little bit. That line has looked a little poorer in the playoffs, and I don't know how you stop those Seahawks from getting to the quarterback.
Yeah, I think the thing about this is what Vrabel has built with New England is they could be good for a long time here.
Right.
I would say the Seahawks would have to reload to be as good, for a longer period of time.
Yep.
So the Patriots are younger, and I think that's the Seahawks' advantage in this matchup. But the Patriots might be another little mini dynasty here again.
Who knows? I
We'll
mean,
see.
the defense has been unbelievable this season for them, or at the very least the playoffs specifically.
No, good stuff.
And, it's Sam Darnold. I think Drake May showed up on the injury report. I don't think it was anything based on what I've seen online. I don't think it'll end up being anything.
Yeah.
But, Sam Darnold, so much for the oblique injury potentially. Leave it for the Super Bowl for both these quarterbacks to actually have injuries. And we have another Rams-Patriots Super Bowl where it's like 13-9 or whatever that final score ended up being.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll see a Cam Newton-style game where you make it to the Super Bowl and all of a sudden the defense can't do anything against you. That Broncos defense he faced was all-star level between Talib, DeMarcus Ware, Von
Miller?
Von Miller was on that defense as well. I think he won MVP in that game.
Yeah, I think he did.
But it's one of those things where I don't think that defense is the same. But, I mean, it is Sam Darnold and Drake May's first Super Bowl. Obviously, Drake May's first. Obviously, Sam Darnold's first. That stat doesn't break anyone's brain. But I'm assuming first quarter nerves, they get shaken off by the second. But America would lose if we had to deal with 2 terrible performances at quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah.
That being said, with Drake May. One of my other picks for this game is a Drake May interception.
I could see that.
I could see it from either quarterback, quite frankly, because it is Sam Darnold. But I think he's been a little bit better with the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Drake Mays threw one against the Chargers, threw one against the Patriots. Obviously didn't throw one against the Broncos. That Seahawks secondary is everywhere. They were giving the Rams trouble. I see no reason they won't be giving the Patriots trouble in that scheme.
Yep.
Just my thought. It's a zesty. I think it's only like minus 140. Pretty good odds there. Good little payout back. But, oh my Lord. Fun fact time. 15 of the 20 teams wearing white have won the Super Bowl. The Patriots will be wearing white.
Gotcha.
The superstitions start to come in. I don't know exactly what to expect from that. It is funny how many of these things come up. It's like first team to score is won X amount of times. Every time a team's picked heads and lost versus one, a team's won this many times. But it is just like, oh my Lord. Mm-hmm. There's too many superstitions at this point in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Over under 45.5 for this game.
What do you think about that?
I think it's high.
I think it goes under that too.
As sad as it is to root for an under, and I won't be placing an active bet on that. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But the way these teams stack up against each other, again, I feel like the Seahawks will get a couple offensive touchdowns at least. It's on par. The Patriots will probably get one, maybe two. But I think it's going to be a lot of field goals. I think both of these defenses are very, very good right now. And Sam Darnold got past Sean McVay, so I shouldn't say that. But I'm curious how the Patriots defensively show up here. I think they do show up, and that's why I like the under in the big game.
Yep.
But I'll be interested to see how. According to Sportsline, I think it said 30%, 60% to 70% of the bets are on the over, which kind of blows me away. Because realistically, I don't see how this game gets over 45.5 points.
Yeah.
Because you would need, a 17 to 23 games. No, 17 to 33 game. It'd be some crazy amount to get that over.
Yeah.
That I just don't see in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I think it's like 27-17. I think the Patriots win by more than 4.5.
Patriots win?
I'm sorry. Thank you.
Yeah.
Seahawks. But I think probably the Seahawks are in command of this game. Maybe a defensive touchdown even.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Special teams or defense is going to be a good little prop bet to throw a little bit on.
One other or both. I like Shaheed. Yeah, Shaheed to have a touchdown of some kind in this game.
Yeah, kick return to wide receiver.
See a big play there.
Yep.
And I think New England scores the last touchdown of the game. I think so I think it's like 27-10.
Yep.
And I think the Patriots get something at the end, do an onside kick, but they just don't have enough.
Something where they just aren't able to at that point.
That's what it feels like. And again, I think the under is where it's at.
Yeah, and Seattle has given up 7.3 points per game in the last 6, not including both the Rams games, and the Patriots have given up 9.2 points per game in the last 5. So going off that stat alone, that's a total points of 17.
Yeah,
if you round up,
that's pretty damn low.
That's low.
Yeah,
and again, Drake May in a Super Bowl. I have to imagine the nerves in that first quarter.
Yep.
Sam Darnold proving everyone wrong. I can't imagine. He's got chips on his shoulder, but the nerves have got to be there.
Yep.
And we haven't seen him since the Jets.
Right.
But wouldn't it be fitting for them to show up here?
Yeah, true.
It scares me. It scares me because
it could happen.
There's a lot of people that are saying, this is the most unwatched, or no one cares about this game.
Yeah.
Some truth to that.
Yeah.
You're either a Patriots hater or you're not a Sam Darnold supporter.
Yeah.
And because of that, you're like, I don't really care who wins. But I do love the under a lot, and I hate saying that.
I think everybody across America looks at this and says, please make up for the Marshawn Lynch.
Yes.
No
rematch.
play, no touchdown, and everybody didn't like the Patriots at the end there with Tom Brady. It's easy not to like them again, probably.
Yep.
The Seahawks are easy to root for.
I would agree.
Nobody dislikes the Seahawks. So.
And it's like Sam Darnold had the career he did with the Jets.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it would be nice to see how his career started, to see it.
Yeah.
If it were to end this way, it would be quite fairy tale.
Yeah, it would be. That's right.
Now, this is the 10th Super Bowl rematch. The winner of the first meeting is 6-3 in the second meeting.
Okay.
I would love to know how many of those rematches happened within 2 to 3 years. Obviously, there's been a lot more whole different teams at this point,
Right.
so I don't really think that stat applies here. But I don't know how many of those games were within 3 years of each other where it might have been same quarterbacks matching up again.
Yeah.
It might have been, same head coaches even.
Yep.
Because there's almost I don't think any remnants of either team left on their existing team.
Yeah, there really isn't.
So, interesting.
Yep.
Another fun fact, this is the only Super Bowl since the merger where both teams are ranked top 4 in offensive and defensive scoring.
That's impressive.
That is crazy. Now, I'm assuming that obviously includes the regular season, but very, very interesting.
Yeah, it is. That's pretty high for both.
It is.
On
And
both.
my next pick of this game, with it being such a defensive heavy, I think we're going to see plenty of trickery in this game. You can take the prop bet on any sports book over 2.5 players to attempt a pass.
Really?
So you're looking at Diggs potentially, or any of those players on the Patriots, and then you're looking at Shaheed on the Seattle, or Njigba maybe. I don't know if Kenneth Walker's ever tried it before. I'd be interested to know that, but I love that bet because then you're in it no matter what's happening in the game.
Yeah, that's fun.
And it's just to attempt. They don't have to complete it. So you're not going to be sweating how bad the ball is out of their hand either. That being said,
that's a good one. Yeah,
yes.
I like that.
Got some scores. Let's see here. If you're on FanDuel, they're doing a $6 million jackpot where if you bet an anytime touchdown score on this person, and it's the first or the last touchdown scored in the game, you win a share of $3 million. So it's $6 million overall, then $3 million for the first and last.
Yeah.
You guys go into a pool and split that. So my pick for that is Cooper Kupp.
Okay.
I think Njigba is going to be heavily guarded. They don't want to let him get 200 yards receiving.
Yep.
And they've used Cooper Kupp more and more in the red zone as the playoffs have gone on. We didn't hear his name much during the regular season, but I feel like he's kind of come to play now that it's all or nothing.
Seems that way.
And he already beat the Rams.
Yeah.
But I think he wants to win another one with the Seahawks. And I could see him being the first or last, potentially.
Yeah,
more likely the first than the last.
Yep.
But you never know. You don't know what this game's going to come down to. Bonus football would be a lovely thing.
Yeah, could totally see that. I like that one. So that's an anytime touchdown, and then you get the added element of the first or last. Okay. Cool.
And even though if it's not the first or last, it's still an anytime touchdown.
Right.
So you'll still win if he scores
no matter
a touchdown.
What.
Yeah.
All right. I like that.
I don't think we'll see Kenneth. It's Kenneth Walker. Right?
Yeah. Yep.
I don't think we'll see him have another 3 to 2 touchdown game.
Seems unlikely.
But boy, when he's the only back there, somehow he finds a way to have multiple touchdowns.
He does.
I'd like to look into that. I think the Patriots have been pretty good defensively. That's what's scaring me about all this. Is it's like you can bet Sam Darnold or Drake May to have the most passing yards, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's going to be a toss-up. I'm curious to see how either one of these teams handle the other one. With the Seahawks just scream to me like they're just going to get a special teams or a defensive touchdown. They'll get a fumble maybe. You're going to have to deal with Sam Darnold and Njigba, Cooper Kupp, Barner, or Bobo.
Yep.
Praise Bobo for that touchdown. And then on the Patriots, it's like if you can't get Ramondre Stevenson or Trey Henderson started,
yep,
it's going to be a long day for them.
Yeah. I could see that happening, where the Seahawks are bottling them up, and all of a sudden Trayvon Henderson could run one off for 80 yards to get him the touchdown.
I agree.
I could see a play like that.
I could too. Maybe you take Trey Henderson over longest rush. I don't hate that, but he's been real hit or miss in the playoffs so far.
Really hit or miss.
And I think it's been more misses than hit it. But
yeah, it has been. You're right.
That would be the time then that no one prepares for him quite like what you'd expect.
And he is a guy that if he has a hit game, take him to score twice or more.
Yeah.
If you really want to roll the dice, take him to score 3 because he has had a few games where when he goes off like that.
He does.
And that would be a hell of a payoff. Yeah,
it would be. And, quite frankly, the Patriots wide receivers, I don't know out of any of them. You mean Hunter Henry, like him in this game? He hasn't gotten too active in the playoffs yet.
Yep.
But man, it's a real toss-up on who's going to be open the most and who Drake May likes the most.
Yeah.
It's kind of rough after they come off that Broncos game. We didn't get to see much of a game plan, which helps them out against the Seahawks, I guess, because a lot of that was just running the ball. But, man.
Yep. Yeah, no doubt.
I think we might have to go off the beaten path here and talk more Super Bowl. What is your favorite appetizer at a Super Bowl party?
My favorite appetizer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's get into the real hard-hitting stuff. Because you know what? If they're still with us at this point, they just like hearing us talk.
Well, I'd have to throw some wings in there.
Okay, wings.
You know?
Classic.
I don't know. Yeah, how about you?
Buffalo chicken dip.
Yep, that's a good one.
Can't go wrong. If someone brings a taco dip, a big dip guy, I think.
You know, I was thinking dips are huge, right?
Dips could change the course of this football game.
Oh, yeah. I'm with you. Nachos.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably have some nachos myself.
Now, if you show up to the party,
Yeah.
if you're going to said party,
Yeah.
and the host doesn't have a game plan or beforehand told everyone to bring at least a dish and something else, I mean, you pretty much leave, right?
Oh, yeah.
If you showed up to a party and there was no plan on how food was going to be other than pizza, you're not getting that pizza before the end of the game.
No, that's right.
That's at least how I would assume.
Yeah. Now, dips are big, yeah. No dips, you got to duck, right?
Dip, dive, duck,
That's right.
dip and dodge. Dip and dodge.
duck.
Yeah,
Oh.
dog. God, my brain is fried today.
Yes, sir.
What else? I'm just trying to come up with...
So the other thing would be, do we have a MVP prediction?
Thank you. Okay, I'm glad you said this.
And I'm sure we can bet this, right?
Oh, I bet it already.
Who you got?
Okay. I sprinkled a few.
Koi
and
Ponders are dying to know, buddy.
I'm sure they are. How much damage we've done this season. Fun bet, not MVP bet, but fun bet.
Yeah.
DeMarcus Lawrence to record a sack in each half.
Oh.
That sounds crazy. That offensive line for the Patriots has not been amazing, and DeMarcus Lawrence has been hungry ever since he left the Cowboys. Sorry.
No, I'm with you. I agree with that.
That Patriots defense, offensive line is not crucially amazing. So if he does that, that's plus 1,000 odds.
Really?
So 5 to win 55 is what I have it
Wow.
at. I did a little sprinkle just to feel nice about it.
I like that one.
Let's see here. Got some scores.
I could totally see that.
You know, that's kind of how I was too. I was like, you know what? What really would do it in this game is if he just came out and performed. Now, I have some MVP tickets that are not your typical ones.
Yeah.
Took Kenneth Walker, MVP, because if passing the ball is not working for either team, between the injuries potentially, not really, but you never know who said what to one another.
Yep.
Kenneth Walker, like we said earlier, could be the guy that has 3 touchdowns, 150 rushing yards, and who knows what he has receiving. He's broken off for a couple screen passes that have gone deep and scored on.
Couldn't see it.
Also took DeMarcus Lawrence to be the MVP in case we do have a Von Miller style Super Bowl. That one, again, $250 to win, $250 plus 10,000. These are all very light sprinkles. My other MVP is I took the Patriots version of DeMarcus Lawrence, Milton Williams. Now that one is 2 to win $400. I took that only because the Seahawks offensive line I don't think has been crazy either. I'm hedging a lot of my bets on the fact that this could be a defensive battle.
Okay.
I am assuming this could be an exciting game that we all bet and we all win, but I know that that's never how this goes.
Right.
We all want it to be high scoring, and in reality, it's sad.
Right.
A sad game. Again, a good game, but because of it, no scoring, it's a sad game. So I took Milton Williams potentially too.
Okay.
I thought that could be fun. Realistically, Jigba, Sam Darnold are kind of what I'm thinking is going to realistically win the MVP.
Right.
That's the easy one. That's because I think the Seahawks will win.
Yeah.
But I kind of covered my bases.
Yeah. No, I like the bets. I mean, I like the $5 to win 200 or something like that. You
just send out a couple feelers.
Yeah, just like you said, sprinkles. You know, if you hit, you have your good solid bet. That'll cover your in bet.
Yep.
And if you hit one of those nice payoff ones, those are great.
Now, who do you think wins the MVP of this game?
That's a great question. You know, I'd probably say your Kenneth Walker's a good bet right there. And I would not be surprised to see Jigba win it.
Yep.
Because they're going to get him the ball. He's going to get open.
Mm-hmm.
The guy's an amazing talent. He'd been on a winning college program.
Yep.
So for him, this is just like we just keep winning. So I probably would lean one of those two guys, honestly.
Yep. Right now, Sam Darnold's the favorite at plus 115. That makes sense because the stats they've been putting up.
Right.
He's been throwing it. They've been scoring touchdowns. Usually a quarterback award.
Yeah.
Sometimes not.
Yeah.
I would say it's more oftenly not. It has its moments.
Yep. Yeah, and again, D-Law, DeMarcus Lawrence, I'd be ecstatic to see him win MVP.
That would be crazy. That would mean, yes, I would be okay with that.
Yeah.
Especially because I'm just hoping we get a good game.
Yeah.
Good game. It's not a blowout. Seahawks don't make this crazy. The Patriots scare me, I think, just because of the dynasty that was once there. You see this game and you're like, why do the Patriots still look like they're going to win this game?
Yeah.
Is Vrabel going to be that difference? I guess we haven't talked too much about the coaching matchup.
Yeah.
Mike Vrabel versus Mike McDonald.
Yep.
Mike McDonald, they've both done a hell of a job with their teams. I think you could make the argument Mike McDonald from where they were a couple years ago to now has been breathtaking.
Yeah.
They've completed a rebuild in so short of a time that they beat the Rams, they beat the 49ers. I think they lost to them one time early on in the season potentially, but now they go back to a field that they know well.
Yeah, and the Seahawks will be sold right after the game, basically. Yep. So the franchise is up for sale. It has to be liquidated. The Seahawks ownership has already been fined by the NFL because they didn't sell something to do with it passing from Paul Allen to either the kids or something like that or the wife. The transaction didn't take place within the required amount of time, and so the league fined the organization.
Oh, wow.
I don't know why that is exactly.
Yeah, what rule that is.
Didn't read the fine print on it, but anyway, it's pretty interesting.
Good stuff.
So.
Heck yeah. Did I miss any other? Vrabel, Mike McDonald. Yeah, so I'm interested to see how this goes. I think Vrabel, they had some crazy stat, like they've won at home. They're 9-0, and then the Seahawks are 8-1 on the road this season. Just amazing coaching. This should be a hell of a game. Coy Pond's picking Seahawks minus 4.5. We're picking under 45.5 if it stays that way. MVP probably going to be Sam Darnold, but I'd watch Ninjigba and Kenneth Walker.
Yeah.
First touchdown, last touchdown. I like Cooper Kupp. Don't know if you have anything for that. If you don't, that's okay.
Yeah, not offhand, no.
Right.
Interesting though. Who's from a secondary standpoint for the Seahawks? Is there like a top defender, like a corner or safety?
There's a couple of them. I can't think of them off the top of my head because that unit as a whole has just been decimating teams.
Yeah, when I'm looking at the 27-17, I'm thinking of the third time the Cowboys and Steelers played in the Super Bowl, and I'm just wondering, in a game like this, in that Super Bowl, Larry Brown, a cornerback for the Cowboys, had 2 interception run backs, not for touchdowns, but close.
Yeah.
And I could see Drake May in a game like this maybe have a couple errant throws.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, do we have a cornerback that could be
potentially
running one back and having another one, and he could be the MVP?
I would definitely consider throwing it on some money on defensive touchdown for the Seahawks.
Yeah, definitely so.
That's another good little sprinkle. And obviously I'm a bit of a degenerate, so take what you like and do your research. And only gamble money you can afford to lose responsibly.
Absolutely.
But Seattle, some books you can get defense and special teams in the same bet. Sometimes you can't. I don't think FanDuel does that anymore. But it's definitely something to think about with how that Seattle defense has been playing.
Yeah, no doubt.
Another fun little bet, and then maybe we'll be done. Rashid Shaheed over 4.5 rushing yards. I know they've handed off to him a couple times for some end route plays or whatever they've drawn up. 4.5, very doable.
I see that guy having a big play. I see him scoring a touchdown, having a big play. I think they're going to use him a couple different ways. If he's an explosive player.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just have a vibe about it.
Heck yeah. I agree. It seems like in the big moments, he's stepped up most of the time. A couple games he hasn't, but I don't think that's his job to do every time either.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. I'm very excited for this game. It's the Super Bowl. But I think that does it for me.
Yeah,
I don't know if you have anything else to add.
Man, I think that's a wrap.
Heck yeah. Well, the end of the 2025 NFL season. Terrible. Get out your big boards, the other 30 teams that didn't make this Super Bowl. It's time to start mocking.
It's time to mock the draft. Let's go.
And you know what? soon enough, I'm sure we'll have early mock drafts hitting the Coy Pond.
No doubt about it.
And we'll go from there. But have a tremendously fun and safe Super Bowl weekend, and we will see you all next week on the Coy Pond. Peace.